Oh, there's a new Forefront update. Whoa. Figured I'd drop in and go over them with you. Now, luckily, I got my handy PDA right here, so we can go over each one together. Caught me right before I was going to my meeting with the coalition. We'll keep that under wraps. Anyway, first off, we have a new map. Kind of. It's for Fjord. They added a new variant for Conquest, which is something I have been long waiting for. There is a little bird right in the middle of the map too, so it is much more fun now in my opinion. It is a heli map now. You know, it's not just the Blackhawk on there. You got Blackhawks on there still. However, there is the little bird, so you actually have an attack helicopter on there now, which is very, very nice. They also added for PC VR better water and post-processing, which I've already tested out myself, and it is very nice on PC VR because after the 1.0 update, it was a little janky. I was playing at 120 FPS, perfect, buttery smooth, and then I kind of had to stay at 90 and limit myself there, and then still had to restart Virtual Desktop or Steam Link like every 3 to 4 games, or else it would drop down and like hover around like 70 frames, which was real annoying. So luckily they've added that, so all y'all on PC VR, we can now kind of tweak the settings, remove some of that extra stuff you don't need if you care more about the performance like I do, which is very, very nice. They also added team balancing, which is something a lot of people have been requesting, so that is now here. Woo, cheer, everything. If that's something you've been wanting, you got it. Also, base Pico 4 support, which is very, very nice. That means we should see a little bit of an influx of new players, which is always welcome. I'm really ready for the PSVR 2 release as well. That's going to be another big introduction to a lot of new people to the game. Can't wait for that. And also they've updated the whiteboard in the main menu, so you'll see that whenever you load up in the game. They also added a repair icon for engineers on vehicles that dip below 50% of their HP, so it's a lot easier to see when you're low, when you need to repair, while you may be in the thick of the battle. So that's kind of nice. And they also added a magazine height slider to the setting to adjust its position on player bodies, which I'm all for. You know, the more customization, the better, in my opinion. That's only going to make the game more playable for more people, which will keep more people here, more people in the servers. That's what we want. Want people to play the game. Also, please Triangle Factory increase the movement speed and bring back hopping. Anyway, added effect for a player to see if they themselves are invincible. I'm guessing this is for when you're in the spawn right after you respawn, especially because the line right under that says added invincibility getting removed once moving 5 meters or more from a player's spawn position. So there we go. It also says they improved systems regarding network bandwidth. Very nice. I know a lot of us have been seeing in these recent games servers closing like every other match at the end, so hopefully we're going to see some more stability is what that means, and some better, you know, gameplay overall, not so many hit reg issues, stuff like that. So always welcome from network improvements. Improved CPU and memory performance as well. Now hopefully this helps people on Quest 2. I know a lot of people are struggling who are playing Quest 2 because the game really stretches the performance on there, so hopefully that helps for Quest 2 people and obviously everyone else. Fixed spawning under the map upon vehicle exit. This has happened to me a couple times. I remember it happened to me recently and ruined a really good spree I had, and I would have liked to have that as a clip, but no more. Anyway, so that is good to hear. Fixed destroying vehicles, being able to push a player into objects. I wonder if this will also stop people from trolling, like whenever they bring the Blackhawk or a Jeep under another helicopter spawn or something, so it screws up the spawn. I wonder if that will also stop that. Doesn't sound, I don't know how that interaction would work out, but I think it just is meant to stop literal players from being pushed into objects, not really other objects. But another big thing, they fixed the reticle color settings from reverting to default after each game session, which was another really big thing. They fixed showing blood. I'm going to go through this a little bit quicker now. They fixed showing blood coming out of targets when in reality not dealing any damage. Little fishy. I do feel like that was hit reg, so I don't know if that means they've fixed the hit registration with these network performance boosts, or if they're just hiding the fact that maybe there is hit reg issues with that. But regardless, at least that should help a lot of people not get so annoyed, because it did annoy me seeing that when you thought or maybe you did hit someone and you didn't get a hit marker, but you saw the blood, Fix displaying the wrong character skin when getting revived after changing teams. Haven't ran into that myself, but that's good. Get rid of all bugs. Fixed post-match server shutdown text appearing without the server shutting down. Okay, so that was one of the things we have been seeing that I just addressed. So now that's good to hear that is fixed. Also, fixed unlocking DLC while in game. Fixed unlocking DLC while in game, not refreshing the arsenal view. Okay. Fixed being rewarded for an enemy's point capture. That's pretty funny. You get the XP and everything for them capping a point. My legs are phasing into my... Sorry, guys. I have a cloaking device that's hidden in my suit, and it's kind of bugging out. It's almost making my feet and my legs disappear, but don't worry. I have it on battery saver mode, so I can save it for whenever I go to this battle next. We're going to be okay. Anyway, guys, moving on along. Fixed 4-digit friend code restriction resulting in not being able to add players with 5-digit friend codes. I didn't even know there were people with 5-digit friend codes, so that's good to know. Moving on to weapons and attachments. Added granting XP for players who destroyed enemy C4. I think that's a great idea. Increased spread on the Clav 6 by 100%. Oh my, that is quite a big one right there. I think the Scar and the MK are going to be the new meta guns. Maybe that's good. Maybe that is the balance it needed. We'll see. I haven't really been using the Clav since I've been using the Bosa recently, but whatever. Increased emission on iron sights, making them a bit easier to use. Very good. Fixed jump shotting being 100% accurate. Now, this is one thing I really hate. Jump shotting, I feel like, was very good in the game. You have such little counter maneuvers in this game. Jump shotting was one thing you could do. I have never seen someone legitimately bunny hopping, like hopping. Like, I have not even seen that in all my time playing the game since the alpha. The only people who were complaining about that were children or people who just were so salty about getting swung on and someone hopping a corner around them, or maybe the guy hopped 1 or 2 times out in the open. He's like, he's hopping. I missed my head. Oh, that shouldn't be like, dude. They need to add more movement speed, and these people are making it where it's more restricted, and it really sucks because the jump shotting really hurt the bow. The bow is already the hardest weapon to use, especially when you're peeking versus a gun. So jump shotting was one of your viable counter maneuvers. If someone knew you were behind cover and you knew they were there, good chance they already have their gun up waiting for you to peek around either side. One thing you could do with the bow was jump up and try to shoot them from over it. You can't really do that now. The bow is so it really hurt the bow. Fixed inaccurate rifle recoil alignment causing not being able to keep target and scope while racking. That is good. I think that is I think I've really noticed that on the sniper. Fixed player being able to equip the early access skin despite not owning it. I think they'll bum out some people. Some people were like, "Oh, I got the skin. I wasn't even here in early access." Well, not anymore. Fixed combat bows, random offset for regular aiming. I didn't really notice this. The bow's been pretty good for me, other than the fact that I feel like the hitbox to grab the arrows is really small. There feels like there's a bug where it won't let your arrow fly when you're right about to die, if you're like under a certain amount of health getting shot at. And then on the same time, sometimes you will fly the arrow, or you think you will because it'll make the sound right as you die, but no arrow will actually shoot. That is a bug I think needs some fixing on the bow. Fixed combat bow tracking loss, haven't noticed that. Fixed combat bow position lock after releasing knocked arrow. Now that I have noticed, where like the arrow used to stay all the way pulled back, so that's good to hear they fixed that. But once again, the jumping nerf, good lord, so unnecessary, it's not even funny. Gadgets and perks. C4 damage fall off now starts at 0 meters instead of 3. Oh, dang, that sucks. That means, I think, if I'm reading this and understanding this correctly, I think that means they lowered the blast radius. Because the fall-off damage now starts at 0. So it sounds like the fall-off damage starts right at the point of explosion. And it used to be like a 3-meter diameter before it started. So it was like full damage within a 3-meter circle. Yeah, around the explosion, and then it fell. That's how I'm reading it. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, next one. C4 now deals 30 minimum damage instead of 20 at max range to compensate for its fall off starting immediately. There we go. Okay, I think that just proved me right. Added a green Fresnel when a player gets stemmed. Don't know what that means. They literally Fresnel. They literally spelled it Fresnel. I don't know what that is. They added a green Fresnel when a player gets stemmed, though. There you go. Improved zipline placement. I like that. It can be very annoying when you're hopping around trying to place a zipline and it just won't go down. So I like the sound of that. Fixed nearly invisible drones over long distances. The drones are pretty small. They're hard to pick up on sometimes. They're pretty flat too. So I can see how that was probably hard to see at long ranges. So that's good. I haven't noticed how they fixed that, but I'm going to keep an eye out for that now. Fixed drone offset when using head rotation. That makes sense. I see how that could cause some issues. Fixed false death state getting triggered by killing a player who is being stemmed. That happened to me once. That's actually in one of my clips when they first dropped Oasis Rush. That's funny. So I guess that's good they fixed that. My leg here. Stop going out. It's going into the nether realm. My cloaking device. I need to fix this thing. Anyway. Fixed still hearing the drone when in drone view upon loading into the next map. That sounds pretty annoying. I don't use the drone, so I never noticed, but good they fixed that. Now on to vehicles. Added vehicle taking damage over time when abandoned, pausing the vehicle self-destruction timer when player comes within proximity. That sounds good. I like the sound of that. Fixed helicopter physical control regression. I haven't used them, but good. Fixed APC machine gun not using the water splash effect when shooting water. That should look better now. Fixed team killing by exiting a vehicle before it runs over a teammate. Yes, dude, yes. That has been so annoying with people trolling with that. Very good, very good. I like the sound of that. Wait, where was I? I accidentally scrolled up. There we go. Fixed vehicle weapons firing while pressing trigger in settings menu. Okay. Now on to maps. Tweaked timers for rush maps so that attackers can no longer get to the objectives before the defenders can even get onto the point, which kind of sucks. I mean, it's called rush, bro. Let me rush. But anyway, I get it. Fixed respawn beacon being deployable inside the light cage on fjord, resulting in trapped players. That's pretty funny. Fixed out of bounds glitch near boat HQ on Paradise. Good. Fixed glitching through the deck floor on Clearwater. Very good. Fixed invisible spawn. Fixed invisible respawn beacon placement underwater on Clearwater. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Fixed APC floating on point A that would fall down when a player entered on Siberia. What? Okay, well, good. Fixed helicopters being able to fly under the map in Siberia. What? I wish I would have gotten to see that glitch or fall and stumble into that glitch. That sounds kind of fun. Training grounds. Fixed helicopter freezing mid-air when switching from pilot to passenger seat. Okay. And then to finish us off here on the UI. Added UI polish to rush and conquest objective notifications. I've noticed that. They're a bit smaller now, it seems. I actually preferred the old ones, but maybe I'll get used to the new ones. Added better server sorting with best ping servers and servers with open slots displaying at the top of the server browser. I like that. The browser, I think, could use some more filter options. So at least they've done that. Added arrow buttons to cycle through sites in the site's color picker menu. Cool. Improved in-game settings menu UI. Fixed friendly APC not being green on the spawn map. Oh, yeah, I've noticed that. Some helis it's still glitched like that for helicopters sometimes too. Fixed localization overflow in various places. Very good. Very good. Okay, guys. So those are all the changes in this newest update. Y'all are probably going to be hearing about this from me in this video the day after the update. My work has been pretty steady and long, so I'm sorry I haven't been able to get to this sooner, right after it dropped. At least I got to stream it this morning when it came out before I went to work. Y'all can check that out, my latest stream on my channel. I'm going to try to do this more often whenever they release updates. So yeah, guys, let me know if y'all like this, ways y'all think I could improve the video, you know. what y'all want to see maybe next time if you didn't see it in this one. And thank y'all. I will see y'all on the battlefield, in the forefront, in the thick of it. Join my Discord. Link will be in below. That's the best way to squad up with me. I am always streaming Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday at 10 p.m. CST. So you can catch me there. Discord's the best way to get all my notifications, chat with me regularly, anything like that. Appreciate it, guys. Y'all have a blessed one. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your family. Peace out.